it's funny to me how people are quick to assume things about you that just ain't true. And they're quick to be presumptuous and to jump to conclusions about you when they don't even know you in real life. And that's what a lot of trolls seem to do on the internet. You know, when you're trying to make a point, you're trying to give people practical advice during this time, you know, that we're in. And where a lot of people are losing their government assistance and EBTs. And, you know, my solution to that is get a damn job, right? Go job hunting, get your resumes ready to go, ready, set, and go for that interview. Because you got a lot of able bodies that are on food stamps. And that's a fact. But my video that I made, it was mainly geared towards single mothers, right, with kids. And I do believe they should be working, but there are a lot of them that are probably not working, right? And I was trying to give sound advice on how to shop smart for food. If you're short on funds, you know, you're short on your food stamps, and the government done shut off your EBT card. So whatever you got left, you know, you got to make whatever you can, make it work to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And if you got $23 left on your food stamps, then you got to think about, at the grocery store, what can I get with $23? Obviously, door dashing, ordering out, takeout, that's off the damn table, because that's more money, that's costly. So think about cheap produce, cheap food options, rice, beans, potatoes, you know, tuna fish, PB&J sandwiches, all that. I was just giving, you know, sound advice on how to shop smart during these tough times that you're in, okay? But I still recommend that you find yourself a job, okay? If you're an able body, you should be getting up off of your ass to go look for employment, and don't rely, be codependent on the government to fund your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So, for some reason, when I made that video, I barely even talked about myself. But for some reason, people in the comment section turned it into me being codependent on the government. They took it and turned it around on me to make it seem like I'm the one on food stamps. I'm the one collecting EBTs, right? I'm the one on assistance. They're telling me in the comment section, go get a job. Go find you a job. Oh, you have a car and you got a smartphone, but you don't got a job? And I'm just sitting here like, you know, I'm making a pinned comment clarifying that this was only to give practical advice to people that are really struggling, to give them useful tips on how to shop smart. You know what I'm saying? You can make $23 work in your favor if you know how to shop for food. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be savvy. You know, I was just coming with that approach. And in the video, which I know that a lot of people that were jumping to conclusions about me, they were not watching the video. They were not watching the entire video at all. They watched about 1 minute and they jumped to conclusions on me, started attacking me, saying I ain't got no job. Oh, you lazy. You need to get off the couch and stop depending on the government. And I'm like, how many times do I gotta clarify that I am working, I'm a taxpayer, I never once collected any food stamps. Not once. And I don't feel shameful about it either. I don't feel bad about it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm confident to say that because I've been good. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing good on my own. I've been able to get by month after month after month. I don't need food stamps to get by. So the way I see it, you know, I'm doing the right thing. And I'm not being codependent on the government. I didn't get caught up in that. I've always found a way to get employed, to keep a job, to make a steady income, etc. You know, so I'm in the comments section trying to clarify, and obviously people can see the pinned comment to where they can read it, but for some reason people don't want to read, and they don't want to read to understand anything. So these are trolls just looking to project their life on me, and they're looking to, you know, they're looking for a reason to throw smoke my way, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here catching strays by these morons in the comment section. So, you know, I was like, all right, whatever. Think whatever you want to think about me. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm employed. I'm a taxpayer. Never once had to collect food stamps. Never. Okay? I put that on everything. So, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time with this video and try to explain myself to people that just want to misunderstand me anyway. You know, but I'm gonna leave that video up because it's gonna be proof to see how idiotic people can be, and you know how slow they can be too. It's like, if you can't read a simple pinned comment, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. I really don't. That's your problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't understand that I was making a video, and y'all got really confused by the thumbnail and the video title. That's not my problem, right? That just means y'all can't comprehend when somebody's just doing content, right? And if you watch the video, right, if some of y'all watch the video, you would know that I never once talked about myself, ever. Not one time. I was never referring to me as if I'm the one that got $23 left on my EBT. Nah, man. Nah. Right? You know, as referring that I got 2 kids, right? I'm a father of 2 kids, and I'm collecting food stamps. First of all, that would never happen. And I got too much pride to not be on some food stamps. I got enough sense and enough integrity to say I would never raise kids off of no food stamps. Never. That's just a no-go for me, because I have a working mindset. I got a go-getter mindset, and that's how I conduct myself. You know, and I guarantee you're gonna have people think, oh, you know, they're gonna be saying like, oh, you think you're so better than us because you work a job and you're a taxpayer. You know, oh, how dare you think, you know, collecting food stamps, you know, makes us, you know, lazy and complacent. Newsflash, it does. You know, if you depend on it your whole life, which a lot of people will, and they are, you know, once you're on it for a lengthy amount of time, it's going to be very hard for you to get off that assistance. Okay? So you got to really think about that. Do I really want to be on assistance for the rest of my life and look at the government as my God, as my ruler and my king and my master? You know, you got to ask yourself those questions. Do I really want that to be my reality? Especially, you know, if you're a man, like if you're a man collecting assistance, man, you down bad. You are down bad, sir. You need to correct yourself, correct your situation if that's you. You know what I'm saying? I could never be on no EBTs as a man, and knowing I'm an able body and I can do for myself. You know, because then the more years you collect assistance from the government, you're not going to have an incentive to work, right? You're just not going to have the incentive to work. And you'll probably just work a part-time job to where you meet the requirements to qualify for some food stamps, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're using that to get you by for a couple months, like to hold you over, that's different. That's a different situation. But a lot of people, their motive is to take advantage of the system and just never get off of it, you know. But like I said, there's going to be people that say, get a job, you know, and you know, you better be working. And there's going to be those people that say, oh, you think you're so better because you work and I collect food stamps. So you think you're better than me because you have a job and I collect food stamps? How dare you? You know? And it's like, yeah, I guess I am better than you. If that's what you think, I mean, you're the one that said it, not me. So if that's how you feel, then I guess it's true then, right? I guess I am better than those who collect food stamps. You know what I'm saying? I guess I am better automatically. It's just a lot of y'all choose to be codependent. A lot of y'all choose that lifestyle. A lot of y'all choose to be handicapped by the government. And I ain't talking about people on disability. I ain't talking about people, the elderly. I ain't talking about those folks. You know, they're exempt for this conversation. You know, I'm addressing able bodies that can work. They got arms, they got feet, they got legs. They got all their mechanics together. They can do the job. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is people are lazy in this day and age. And, you know, it's ridiculous, man. It really is. So I'm just going to ignore those comments because a lot of them are just being trolls. And they don't know how to read. You know, it's like, I don't know how many times I have to explain myself that I'm working. Okay? I don't sponge off of nobody. Never did my entire life. I've always worked. Past 10 years, I've had a resume of, you know, different employment, you know, different positions and whatnot. I've always wanted to work. I never wanted to be on my ass not doing anything. By the time I was 15, 16, I wanted to work. I wanted to go out there and get a job, any job. It didn't matter what it was. I just wanted to be active and productive. That was just my attitude when I was a teenager, you know, and I've always been like that. I've never been the one to ever ask for a handout from anybody. That's just who I am, and that's what I'm wired to be. And if that makes me better than you, then so be it. I'm better than you then. And I'm not afraid to say it. You know? But yeah, just to clarify, I'm not on no food stamp, so to the ones that want to keep throwing smoke my way in that video in the comment section, I mean, keep looking stupid, because I don't know how many times I got to try to clarify myself and, you know, correct y'all. But listen, some people are just committed to be presumptuous, jump to conclusions, and not understand that I was only making a video to give practical advice. And they just want to turn that into, I'm lazy and I don't want to work and this and that and the third. Okay, yeah, whatever. Think whatever you want to think, right? I can care less. So with that being said, man, yeah, this is just to this is a video to address the last video, you know, piggybacking off of that, a follow-up. So with that being said, hopefully y'all have a good day ahead. And thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out, and peace.